I'm just thrilled again to announce our summer program for the Bosque. This is a program we started last year, and this program is designed to do a couple of things. First of all, it gives youth in our community summer employment. So I've got youth standing behind me. I'll introduce them to you in just a few minutes. We have set aside $100,000 in payroll to make sure that this crew of young folks in our community has an opportunity to be employed during the summer months. Secondly, we're trying to build the next generation of environmental stewards. And nothing builds stewardship more than having an opportunity to be inside of our bosque, understanding it, taking care of it, nurturing it, making sure that we can hand it off to the next generation better than we found it. And this program does that. And it also gives these young folks the opportunity to learn skills that they will use throughout their lives. Last summer, I got such a kick out of talking to the workers after the summer, because the life lessons that they learned were the same things that we've all learned. I asked one young man, I said, how'd it go for you? He said, it was great, but you know, not everybody works as hard as the next person. And sometimes we have to get somebody who's good at one thing and help them be good at another thing, and you know, show up on time, get your work done, take pride in your work. And these young folks have taken it upon themselves to apply for this. They had the gumption to come out here and say, not only do they want a job, but they want to take care of this great and wonderful resource in the city of Albuquerque. So I'll introduce them to you in just a minute. As I said, it's a $105,000 effort. It comes from my set-aside fund. It takes about $7,500 in supplies. That's rakes, shovels, you know, garbage bags, all the things that you use for something like this. $98,000 to $100,000 in wages. And what we're going to do this year, we surround this effort on the new multi-use trail. So you've all covered the multi-use trail that we've been putting in the last couple of years in Albuquerque. We just get so many people from the disability community to just families that like to come down here, and they will enjoy this this trail that we're putting through to get people, to get our community more drawn into our bosque, so that they can fall in love with it, so that they can drive stewardship through the years. And last year, they did a couple of things. They took out 298, excuse me, hang on one second there. There we go. So last year in 2015, and it'll be similar work this year, they planted almost 300 native bosque shrubs and plants. They removed 14 tons last year of debris. They unearthed over 30 tires. And this is really important. They closed off last summer 4.5 miles of road trails. So when we came through with our multi-use trail in the bosque, part of that process was to give people more accessibility to the bosque, but also to fix it up. And one of the things we wanted to do is get rid of all these rogue trails that people had been cutting through the years. So last year we closed 4.5 miles of those. They call them bushwhacked, unofficial trails. They planted approximately 30 acres last summer of native grass. They pulled back debris and planted grass seed on 2.5 miles of the bosque trail. They pruned branches on 1.25 miles, and they installed 150 feet of wooden split rail. So this year, similar activities. This year I think it's going to be more concentrated because there's a little less debris in this part. So this is our second phase of the trail that we're working on. Last year was cores to I-40. The trail that was built in the off-season, so to speak, this year came all the way from I-40 here to Campbell Road to basically the nature center.
Central to I-40.
What did I say?
Course.
Oh, I meant central. Thank you, Barb. Central to I-40, and then I-40 out here to Campbell. Now our next phase, and the last phase while I'm the mayor, will be from where we stand today to Montano. So we're having a series of public meetings. They had the first walk this last weekend. The next 2 weekends there will be a walk for the community to come down and work with us to help decide where the trail is going to go from here to Montano. This is your trail. We want you to help us design it. There will be some public meetings that go with the process as well. But there's a couple of folks that I want to highlight this morning. We have our leadership team is here. Certainly Barbara Taylor, she's our Director of Parks and Recreation. She and I talked about this right when she took over Parks and Rec a year or so ago. And I think both of us have been pleasantly, not surprised, but pleased with the effort that we get from these young leaders in our community. And these folks have been working for a couple of weeks so far. I'm getting nothing but rave reviews. Keith Reed is our Deputy Director of Parks and Rec. He's here somewhere.
Right over there.
Dr. Smader was here with us yesterday. Yesterday we talked about improving our state laws to protect the bosque. Dr. Smader has been instrumental, not just in this and in the new law to protect the bosque, but this guy lives and breathes open space. He has been such a leader for me as a mayor. He's taught me so much about, you know, how it works, what's important, why. So I appreciate you, Matt, everything that you do. And then Matthew Peterson is our open space.
Right there.
There he is. Come on, man, you got to get on camera with everybody else. But we also have some folks here. We have our crew leaders. Our is it Ben? Is it Swari? Swari. Raise your hand if you're here. Kyle Bolity is here. We're actually working. Okay, that's good. And then Antonio Martinez
is right here.
Is right here.
Antonio.
That's great. And then behind me, let me just run through the list. Raise your hand when I call it. Renee Roybal is here with us today. Robert Muniz, Aaron Contreras, Christopher Rodriguez, Jordan Sanchez, Dominic Lopez, Cody Sandoval, Alexander Grice. Is it Cheyenne Gonzalez? How do they say it right? She's out there. Ryan, is it Cianchetti? Okay. Caleb and Jacob Hernandez are on the crew, brothers. Jesus Mercado, Emily Chavez, Alexander Rodriguez, Angelica Aragon, and Spencer Ayer. Spencer was on our crew last year, and he came back, so it's good to see you again. We're glad you're all here. So we appreciate you very much. It's going to be another good summer of getting some good, honest work done, taking care of our place, taking care of our people, and as I said earlier, handing this place off better than we found it. So proud of all of you, and we look forward to meeting with you at the end of the summer. We'll meet with you again, and we'll highlight what these young folks have done. These young folks most of them are between 18 and 19 years old. I think our oldest crew member is 21. And most of them are from the area. You know, they're from around the area. We wanted to try to get some neighborhood pride going with this as well. So appreciate you coming down, and I know these folks will be available. Barbara, do you want to say anything?
No, sir, you covered it.
Come on, say something. Say something. Brag on them.
Well, I have to brag on them. I think the best thing in my year and a half as the Parks Director has been the Bosque Youth Corps. Last summer they were unbelievable. They accomplished all of the things that the mayor described to you, and I have the same hope for this wonderful crew of young people that we have behind me. And I really want to thank the mayor. This program is so valuable in so many ways. It helps and protects our bosque, improves our bosque, gives our kids an opportunity to work in the open as well as to learn work skills. And it was the mayor's idea, and it's the best thing that's happened to parks in my time. Thank you, sir.
This is a reminder to the community, you know, we are in stage 1 restrictions, but what that means is you're invited to come down here and hike. You're invited to come to the bosque and walk. You're invited to come down here and do the things that don't put it in danger. We'd like you to come down and enjoy it. Look at this morning, it's hot outside. We're standing under the cottonwood trees. It's beautiful in the shade. It's a beautiful place. Come on down. If you see any activity that's suspicious, if you see smoke or anything, please let us know. Call 242 COPS or 911 if you see an emergency. But the bosque is open for you. And if it gets much drier and we have to put stage 2 restrictions on, we'll let you know. But we've always taken the stance that we want our community to come here and enjoy this beautiful place. So thanks to everybody involved. We'll look forward to seeing you out here through the summer.